on to just a real classic song. This was originally written by Merle Travis, who does a very similar version. I'm doing the Tennessee Ernie Ford version, which personally is my favorite. The Merle Travis has a little bit more picking and Travis style chording, if you will. Regardless, I'm doing the Tennessee Ernie Ford one, which has more of the, 16 tons and so forth. And this is really a tribute to Jeff Beck. ZZ Top and Jeff Beck, they did this song together, of course different. It's on their Live Greatest Hits album, CD, whatever you call them nowadays. Anyhow, we're going to go over both versions, Tennessee Ernie Ford and the ZZ Top with Jeff Beck. So you'll have at least how to play both of those. Okay, as always, my notes will be below. We are in standard tuning for both of these versions. So we'll go over the Tennessee Ernie Ford and then the ZZ Top. So the song begins with the clarinet little lick that I think is really fun to play. It's going to be on the 3rd string, 4th fret to the 4th string, 4th fret and open. Then we're going to go to the 2nd fret of the 5th string, then 2nd fret of the 6th string, and then back to the 5th string, open to 1 and 2. So all together, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he comes in saying some, and he's clicking along. You can start in with 3 and 4. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we start in with the chords. All right, the chords: B, A with the 6th root, G, G flat. All right, we're gonna do it. This is very reminiscent of Stray Cat Strut. We're gonna hit the second. We're gonna hit the root note. So we'll hit the 2nd fret of the 5th string before we hit the chord. Same with the A at the 6th root, G. Now when we hit the G flat, we're going to do an up down, and then we start over. All right, the first time through they'll just do that twice and then stop on the B. Let me go through that whole first measure. And then he goes, and then a back that's strong, and then we just start right in, no necessarily dead notes. So we're going to go through that 3 times. I'm sorry, the next time. So. He says he sold himself to the company store, and then you'll hear the notes. And then he starts in I Was Born. You can start right in here. It'll be an 8 count. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and then we're back into 2 sets of that before we stop on the B. And then we're into, he'll say, bless my soul, and then we're into, really, it's the chorus. So really, that is how the song goes. That is the structure. We'll go through another verse and chorus, the lick, and then an 8 count with the just striking. Another verse, another chorus, and then the only thing that changes at the end is we're going to do the lick just like we know it. You'll hear harmonics on the 7th fret here, from about the 4th through the 1st string. And that ends the song. So really, really fun song to play. I'll get out the electric and we'll get to the ZZ Top Jeff Beck. It's a great version, and Jeff does superstitious licks in it. It's really cool. So we'll go through that next. Rest Jeff's soul. What a great player and such a loss. I hate getting old. We're in standard tuning again. My notes are available, linked below. You can download them. We're going to start out like this, and it's Jeff. So, like I said, we're in standard tuning. We're going to start out right here at the 7th position. He's going to hit that 7 with a bend, release, and bend, and then hit 7, and then a quick pull off from 9 to 7. Then we're going to hit 7 with a bend and release 4 times before we finally bend it. We're going to grab 9 to 7 on the 9 on the 3rd, 7 on the 2nd to 1st string, to 10 on the 2nd with the bend and vibrato. Then a very quick 7 on the 2nd string to the 3rd string, 9 pulled off to 7, and same on the 4th string. Alright, and then we start what I call the superstitious lick, which even when I saw Billy Gibbons play this without Jeff Beck, he does this. So we're going to be on the 4th string at 9 to the 3rd string, 7, 9, 7. And then we're just going to hit a B power chord basically on the 5th and 4th string at the 9th fret twice, and then slide off. Again. You'll do that 2 more times before they start in with the main rhythm. The main rhythm is going to be B, A, B, and then 2 chucks. Alright, sometimes it's 1 chuck. It's just they're going with the feel there. At that point, Jeff comes back in, but he holds that 7 a little longer and ends on the 4th string at 9. While Billy is still doing the rhythm. So it's kind of hard to write out, but you know, if you're playing one guitar or trying both, I wrote it out for both. But you'll get the feel of it because Jeff's doing one, Billy's keeping the rhythm. Alright, so Jeff will do that extended one where he ends on 9 3 times. After he does it, we're going to go into that rhythm twice. And then they do this, which is kind of like a takeoff to the verse. He's going to go from B to D to E. Alright, and then we're into the verse. Now the rhythm, I really watch Billy play this. He sometimes plays it here, basically the B6 root, and goes to the A. And another time he'll come up to the 1st position. Same chords. I just wrote it out in the 1st position. Alright, so for the 1st verse, there's 2 measures. Both are identical. All right, we're going to do the B-A-B in 2 chucks 5 times. All right, after the 5th time, we're going to go to an E. So we use our 4th root here at the 1st position. So you can 4th fret, 4th string, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 4th fret, and put your pinky down on the 2nd string at the 5th fret. We'll hit that 3 times before we move up to an E sharp and then F. Well, I'm sorry, E, F, and then F sharp. Okay, so we got, and then he slides down. Second measure, the verse, exactly the same. 5 times through, then he'll do the E to F and F sharp. And he slides down and up. So that's the only difference in the second verse, because then we're into the solo rhythm. And now for the solo rhythm, we'll go through one measure. All right, this will be 6 times of B-A-B before the actual solo starts. Once the solo starts, it will be 4 measures of the 6 times through. Okay, 6 is 1 measure. We'll do 4 of those once the solo starts. Now the solo. Yeah, it's Jeff Beck, really. I didn't figure it out. So I saw he's playing all in B minor. You can play the pentatonic scale, sounds great. You can play the major scale. You know, make it your own. That's what Jeff does, right? Okay. So, with that said, bonus for the video. If you want to quote during your solo, the original, it's the original because they do this in the original Merle Travis, but if you want to quote the clarinet in the Tennessee Ernie Ford, you can do that here. We'll start basically referencing the E chord, 4th string, 9th fret, 3rd string, 2 4th string, 9th fret. Then you're going to go to the 5th string, 10th fret, and the 12th fret of the 6th string. Then come back over here to 7, up to 9, and up to 11. And land on 7 on the 5th string. Same notes as if you were playing it with the original, but you know, again, if you want to put that in this solo with the key they're playing it in, it'll sound great and people will, their ears will definitely recognize that. Alright, so we're through the solo rhythm. Like I said, it's really 5 measures long, but 1 measure is leading into when he actually starts the solo. Then we got 4 measures and we're into verse 2 and then the outro. So verse 2, just like verse 1, we're going to do 5 B's to A. And then we're going to go to our E, up to F and F sharp. That will repeat for the second measure, and then we finish off the song while Billy sings, and then we come in just with an E. And end on a B6. Okay. So my E, I'm playing, I call it the big E. It's the open 6th string. We'll be playing an E power chord, so we have the 7th fret, and then of the 5th string, and then the 4th and 3rd string at 9, and the open 2nd and 1st. That ends the song. So I really hope this helps everybody. It was just a joy to learn a song I really wanted to learn, and you know, with Jeff's passing, it got my butt in gear. So enjoy.